What if I told you that some of the strongest people you admire, the ones who seem unshakable, unbreakable, and unstoppable, have faced some of the darkest storms in life? What if I told you that their strength didn't come from avoiding pain, but from walking straight through it? Life has a way of testing us in moments we least expect. Just when you feel like you're finally finding peace, something happens, a setback, a betrayal, a loss, or a challenge so overwhelming that it feels like the ground beneath you has been pulled away. In those moments, the question isn't why me? The question is, what now? Because trials are not a sign of weakness. They are an invitation to discover the strength you never knew you had. And the truth is, staying strong in times of trial is not about pretending that everything is okay. It's about finding resilience in the storm, holding on to hope when everything else falls apart, and believing that the pain you feel today can transform into the power you carry tomorrow. When the storm comes, and it always does, it will shake everything around you. People you thought would stay by your side may leave. Plans you believed were certain may collapse. Dreams you held so tightly may suddenly feel out of reach. And in that moment of silence after the chaos, you'll hear the whispers of doubt telling you, you're not enough. You can't handle this. It's over. But here's the secret. Strength is not about avoiding those voices. It's about refusing to let them control you. Strength is choosing to keep moving forward even with fear in your heart. It's about deciding, yes, I'm broken, but I'm not finished. Trials don't come to destroy you. They come to shape you. Every hardship you face has the potential to carve out a stronger version of you if you choose to rise instead of retreat. Think about the times in your life when you thought you couldn't go on, yet here you are still breathing, still standing, still fighting. That in itself is proof of your resilience. Pain has a way of convincing us that we are fragile, but look closer, and you'll realize that pain has also been your greatest teacher. It has shown you who truly cares about you. It has forced you to grow when comfort would have kept you stuck. It has revealed that you are far stronger than you ever imagined. And yes, it hurts. Sometimes it feels unbearable. But staying strong is not about eliminating pain. It's about learning to carry it with grace and courage until it no longer weighs you down. One of the most powerful things to remember in times of trial is that you are never truly alone. The struggle might isolate you, but there are millions of people who have faced heartbreak, loss, failure, and disappointment, just like you. And many of them rose from the ashes stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Their stories exist as living proof that no matter how dark your night feels, the dawn will eventually come. You are walking through a chapter, not the entire story. You are in a storm, not a permanent season. And sometimes, the very trial you're fighting right now will become the reason someone else finds hope tomorrow. The key to staying strong is to focus not on what you've lost, but on what you can still become. Trials have a way of narrowing your vision, making you believe that all you'll ever see is the problem in front of you. But strength comes from lifting your head, taking a deep breath, and reminding yourself, this is not the end. Every successful person, every inspiring story you've ever heard, has one thing in common. They refused to give up in the moments when quitting felt easier. They learned to see trials not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. And so can you. Sometimes strength looks quiet. It's simply getting out of bed when you don't feel like it. Sometimes strength looks small. It's choosing not to send that angry message. Not to give in to despair. Not to let fear dictate your actions. And sometimes strength looks bold. It's standing up for yourself. Chasing your dreams despite failure and refusing to let life's trials define you. Strength is not always loud, but it is always powerful. It whispers to you in the silence, reminding you to hold on just a little longer because change is coming. So the next time life knocks you down, don't ask, why me? Instead, ask, what is this moment teaching me? What kind of strength is being built inside me? Because every trial is temporary, but the strength you gain from it will last forever. You are not defined by your trials. You are defined by how you rise after them. Strength is not built in moments of comfort. It is forged in the fire of adversity. When everything is going well, It's easy to smile, easy to feel confident, easy to believe in yourself. But what happens when life strips you of the very things you thought you needed to survive? That's when your true character is revealed. You see, trials are like mirrors. They reflect back the rawest version of yourself, your fears, your doubts, your weaknesses, but they also reveal something far more powerful, the potential to rise above it all. And if you can endure the reflection without running away, you'll discover that strength is not something you wait to find. It's something you create, moment by moment, choice by choice, breath by breath. Think of the strongest people in history. They weren't made strong by easy paths. They were shaped in moments of hardship, when the world told them a no, when doors were slammed in their faces, when life left them with nothing but their will to keep moving forward. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years in prison before becoming a global symbol of freedom. Malala Yousafzai faced violence and near death before becoming a voice for education across the world. These people didn't grow strong despite their trials. They grew strong because of them. And the same potential lies within you. You may not see it now, but every trial you are enduring is preparing you for a version of yourself that is braver, wiser, and more unstoppable than the person you were before. In times of trial, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. You look around and see people smiling, posting their successes, living the life you wish you had, and you start to believe that you're the only one struggling. But remember this, people don't post their battles, their sleepless nights, or the tears they cry when no one is watching. Everyone is carrying something, even if it doesn't show on the outside. Your journey is unique, and so is your strength. Stop comparing your storm to someone else's sunshine. Strength comes when you focus not on what everyone else is doing, but on taking your own small, steady steps forward. One of the most overlooked aspects of staying strong is learning how to master your thoughts. Your mind can either be your greatest ally or your biggest enemy during times of trial. Left unchecked, it will spiral into fear, negativity, and despair, convincing you that there's no way out. But when you learn to control your thoughts, when you choose to feed your mind with hope, gratitude, and determination, everything begins to shift. It doesn't mean the storm disappears, but it means you learn to navigate it with courage instead of panic. Think about it. Two people can face the same situation, but their outcomes can be completely different depending on how they choose to think. Strength begins in the mind long before it shows in your actions. And here's something important. Staying strong doesn't mean pretending to be okay all the time. It's not about bottling up your emotions or hiding your pain. Real strength is acknowledging your struggles, allowing yourself to feel, but refusing to stay stuck in that place. Cry if you need to. Rest if you must. But when the tears dry and the rest is done, rise again. The act of standing back up after you've been knocked down, that's what makes you strong. Resilience isn't the absence of pain, it's the ability to keep moving in spite of it. Sometimes the hardest part of staying strong is simply holding on when everything in you wants to let go. But know this, the darkest nights often produce the brightest stars. It's in the silence of struggle that your future strength is being built. Every small act of courage you choose, whether it's waking up when you'd rather stay in bed, smiling when you'd rather cry, or forgiving when you'd rather hate, plants seeds of strength inside you. And with time, those seeds grow into a resilience so powerful that no storm can uproot it. There will be moments when giving up feels like the easier option. But remember, every time you choose to keep going, you are rewriting your story. You are proving to yourself that you are not defined by circumstances, but by your response to them. And the beautiful truth is that staying strong is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about showing up again and again, even when the world tells you to quit. So when life feels unbearable, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this pain is temporary, but my strength is forever. The storm will pass, the trial will end, and when it does, I will look back and realize that what felt like the end was actually the beginning of my transformation. Because staying strong in times of trial is not just about survival, It's about becoming someone you never thought you could be. When you are in the middle of a trial, it can feel endless. The days blend together, the nights feel longer, and every step forward seems heavier than the last. But here's something to remember. Nothing in life is permanent, not even the pain you feel right now. Seasons change, storms pass, and what feels unbearable today will one day be just a memory that shaped you into someone stronger. The human spirit has an incredible ability to endure. Even when you think you've reached your limit, somehow you find another ounce of strength, another reason to keep going. And that somehow is what makes you resilient. It's proof that even in the worst moments, you are capable of more than you believe. Staying strong isn't about fighting every battle alone. Sometimes strength is allowing others to help carry your load. It's reaching out when the weight feels too heavy. It's admitting I can't do this all by myself, and understanding that there is no shame in needing support. In fact, asking for help is one of the bravest things you can do. Trials often make us feel isolated, as if no one can truly understand what we're going through. But you'd be surprised how many people around you are willing to listen, to support, and to remind you that you are not alone. Strength is not about isolation. It's about connection. When you allow others to stand with you, you multiply your resilience. Sometimes the trial you're facing is not meant to break you, but to prepare you. Think about it. Every great story involves conflict. Every hero faces obstacles, and every success is built on a foundation of failure, setbacks, and challenges. Without trials, there would be no growth. Without pressure, there would be no diamonds. Without storms, there would be no rainbows. The difficulty you're facing right now may feel like a punishment, but what if it's actually preparation? What if life is shaping you for something bigger than you can see right now? Trials often come before breakthroughs, and the pain you feel today could be the reason you shine tomorrow. There is also a hidden strength in perspective. When you shift the way you look at your challenges, themselves begin to lose power over you. Instead of seeing your trial as a wall that blocks you, see it as a mountain that invites you to climb higher. That's you to climb higher. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? That change in mindset won't erase the struggle, but it will give you purpose within it. And purpose makes pain bearable. Purpose transforms trials into lessons and lessons into victories. Another key to staying strong in times of trial is learning the art of patience. We live in a world that thrives on instant results, quick fixes, and immediate gratification. But life's greatest growth doesn't happen instantly. It happens slowly, over time. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, your strength takes time to fully form. The problem is, most people give up before they see the fruit of their struggle. They quit halfway through the process because they mistake delay for denial. But patience teaches you that just because it hasn't happened yet, doesn't mean it won't. Every day you choose patience, you are building resilience. And resilience is what allows you to outlast the storm. Staying strong also requires you to protect your energy. When you're already going through a trial, negativity becomes even more draining. Pay attention to what you consume. Whether it's the content you watch, the people you listen to, or the thoughts you repeat to yourself. Surround yourself with positivity, with voices that remind you of your strength, with people who believe in your ability to overcome. And just as importantly, be mindful of your own self-talk. What you say to yourself in times of trial matters. If you keep telling yourself, I can't do this, eventually you'll believe it. But if you start telling yourself, I will get through this, I will rise, I am stronger than I feel right now, eventually that belief will carry you through. And let's not forget gratitude. It might sound strange to talk about gratitude in the middle of pain, but gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to stay strong. When you focus only on what you've lost, the trial feels overwhelming. But when you take even a few moments to notice what you still have, what you can still be thankful for, you begin to see that not everything is lost. Gratitude shifts your focus from despair to hope. It reminds you that even in the darkest moments, there is still light. if you choose to look for it. And that light, no matter how small, is often enough to keep you moving forward. The truth is, strength is built in silence. It's built in the moments no one else sees, the moments when you wipe away your own tears, when you keep going even though you're exhausted, when you whisper to yourself, just one more step. These unseen battles are the ones that create unshakable strength. And one day when you've made it through, people will look at you and wonder how you did it. They won't see the sleepless nights, the inner battles, or the silent prayers. They'll only see the strength you carry now. And that strength will inspire others who are facing their own trials. So hold on. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, hold on. Even when the trial feels too heavy, hold on. Because staying strong is not about never falling. It's about rising every single time you do. The storm you're in right now will not last forever, but the strength you build from it will remain with you for a lifetime. And one day, you'll look back on this very moment, and instead of pain, you'll feel pride. You'll realize that the trial didn't destroy you. It revealed who you truly are. There comes a moment in every trial when you feel as if you've given everything you can. You've cried until there are no tears left, prayed until your voice grew tired, and fought until your body feels heavy. It's in that exact moment, the edge of breaking, that true strength is revealed. Because strength isn't about never reaching that breaking point. It's about what you choose to do when you're standing on the edge of it. Do you let yourself fall, or do you take one more step, even if it's shaky, even if it's small, even if it feels impossible? That single step forward is the difference between giving up and growing stronger. Sometimes, all you need to do is take the next breath, the next step, the next moment, because one small act of courage in the middle of despair is enough to change your entire story. Your trials do not define you. They refine you. They strip away the unnecessary. They reveal what truly matters. And they give you a strength that no comfort could ever provide. Think about it. Gold must pass through fire to be purified. Diamonds are created under immense pressure. Flowers bloom after surviving the harshest winters. And just the same, you too are being shaped, molded, and strengthened by every challenge you face. One day, you will look back and realize that what you thought was breaking you was actually building you. That the very trial you hated became the reason you discovered your true power. But here's the truth many people miss. Staying strong is not about waiting for life to get easier. It's about becoming stronger so that you can handle what comes. Life will never stop testing you. There will always be setbacks, challenges, and hardships, but each time you face them, you grow. Each time you choose to rise instead of retreat, you become more resilient. And resilience is the kind of strength that no storm can destroy. It's what allows you to keep moving forward when others give up. It's what allows you to carry hope when the world says it's hopeless. It's what allows you to stand tall, not because the wind stopped blowing, but because you learned how to bend without breaking. And remember this, your trial is not just about you. Sometimes the strength you gain is not for yourself, but for the people you will inspire. Someone else may be watching you, silently learning from your resilience, finding hope in your perseverance. Your survival may be the reason they choose not to give up. Your strength may become the light that guides someone else through their darkness. So never underestimate the power of your endurance. By staying strong, you're not only rewriting your own story, you're giving others permission to believe in theirs. One of the most freeing realizations you can have is that it's okay not to have all the answers. Trials often leave us asking a why. Why this pain? Why this loss? Why this struggle? But sometimes the answers don't come right away. Sometimes they don't come at all. And that's okay. Strength is learning to live without always knowing a why and instead focusing on a what now. It's trusting that even in the unanswered questions, life has a way of leading you where you need to be. The absence of answers does not mean the absence of purpose. As you face your trials, remember to celebrate even the smallest victories. Did you get out of bed today when you didn't want to? That's a victory. Did you push through one more hour, one more task, one more day? That's strength. Did you choose kindness over bitterness, hope over despair, faith over fear? That's resilience. These moments may seem small, but they build the foundation of unshakable strength. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that it was those small, quiet victories that carried you through the storm. So wherever you are right now, whatever storm you're facing, hold this truth close to your heart. You are stronger than you think. The trial you're in may feel overwhelming, but it will not last forever. You will rise from this, you will heal, you will grow, and you will carry forward a strength that no one can take away from you. Trials are not the end of your story. They are the chapters that lead to your triumph. And now I want you to do something powerful. I want you to take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is not the end. This is the beginning of my breakthrough. Say it to yourself. Believe it. Because the moment you choose to believe that your trial has a purpose, you've already begun to win. Strength is not a destination. It's a decision you make every single day. And today, right now, you have the power to decide that no matter what comes your way, you will not break. You will bend. You will rise. You will endure stronger. If you're watching this right now, let this be your reminder that you were not meant to give up. You were not meant to be crushed by life's hardships. You were meant to overcome them. You were meant to shine through them. And the fact that you are still here, still breathing, still searching for strength, that is proof that your story is not over. The storm you're in is temporary, but the strength you gain from it will last forever. So rise. Hold your head high. Keep moving forward, even if it's one small step at a time. And remember, the hardest battles often lead to the most beautiful victories. This is not your end. It is the beginning of a new chapter. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the trial you're in right now was the very thing that shaped you into who you are always meant to be. And if this message spoke to your heart, if it reminded you of the strength you already carry, then don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe so you never miss a reminder of your own power. Like this video to spread hope. Comment below what trial you're facing and what strength you're choosing to hold on to. And most importantly, remember this. No matter how hard life gets, you have the strength to overcome. Stay strong because your victory is closer than you think.